key is questions. And some of you who worked with me, you know I'm the queen of questions. I love questions. As somebody who's trying to persuade, Freddie, you want to know the key to closing? Questions. Okay? Most of you as careers professionals, you live for questions. You're used to asking a huge number of questions. Questions are a key part of your sales process. They're a key part of your qualifying process. If I say to you, Freddie, this is the most marvelous, fabulous service. It's solid gold plated, and I can't wait for you to get your hands on it, because everybody who gets their hands on it, they love it. I know you're going to love it too. What credit card do you want me to use? Okay? It's just going in one ear and out the other, right? You really didn't hear much of what I said. But if I said to you, Freddie, what are you hoping I can help with? What's the big problem you want me to help you solve today? Okay? Here's the magic. If you can't answer this question for your client, the odds of you getting the value that you want for your services is extremely low. Because that's what the world is about, is you solving problems. If your client has a $50 problem and you have a $500 service, no match, right? But if your client has a $5,000 problem and you're willing to solve it for $500, how much money have you left on the table? Okay, the packaging and pricing panel is Friday. Okay. That's not what we're here for. But the question is, if you look at your people that you liked working with, and you look at the people that were profitable for you, what question do you need to ask to separate those people out of the herd early and often? What question do you need to ask? What qualities did the fun people have in common? Were they all teachers? Were they all returning to work? Were they all PhDs? Were they all chemical engineers? Were they people who were currently employed? Were they people who have been unemployed for 3 years? What did they have in common? What was their psychographic? Emotionally, were they damaged? Were they hungry? Were they people who knew that they were at crossroads? My psychographic for my clients are people who know they're at the crossroads and they have the courage to step out of their comfort zone. Okay? That's part of my qualifying process. How important is it to you to make this change, Wanda? How important is it to you? Is it important enough for you to be willing to get uncomfortable? Because if Wanda isn't prepared to get uncomfortable, unless you're selling a widget for 20 bucks, if you've got a decent ticket on your service, especially for people who are looking for a job. I mean, the world is turned upside down, right? A lot of them are used to calling the shots. They're used to being on the other side of the desk. They are lost in the jungle. If you cannot help them out of the jungle, if you cannot ask questions that help them see that the courageous path of working with you is worth the investment, you've wasted whatever time you have put into that conversation.